Good morning, children. So before we start, let's all stand up for the prayer. Okay, so bow down your head and close your eyes as we say in the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so you may now take your seat. Okay, so class, before we start, let me check your attendance first. And I want you to look at your classmates besides you to know who's absent for this morning. Okay? Okay, so class, who's absent for this morning? None? Well, very good. So we have a perfect attendance for today. So let's give everyone a fireworks applause. Follow me, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay, so let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, class. I can hear you. Once again, good morning, class. Okay, so how did you feel today? So how are you today? Okay, very good. I'm glad that you're good. Well, me, class, I'm okay and I'm happy to meet you again today. Okay, class, are you excited for our new lesson for this morning? Okay, so but before we go through to our new lesson for this morning, let us review first on what we have discussed last meeting. So, who among you here can still remember on what we have discussed last meeting? Yes, Rima? Okay, so what else? Yes, Rai. Okay, so very good. So our topic last meeting was all about the parts of flower. Or what are those parts of flower? Yes, right. Okay, so very good. So your answers are correct. So shall we give them a round of applause? Before we're going to start our new lesson for today, I will going to read first the following standard rules for our class, okay? Okay, so first is sit down properly and listen carefully. Second is don't talk when someone is talking in front and wait for your turn to speak. Third is actively participate whenever there's an activity. Fourth, raise your hands if you want to answer. So what you're going to do if you want to answer, you're going to raise your hands. Very good. Lastly, ask me if you have some questions. Understand, class? Okay, so at the end of this lesson, you will know to identify the sequence of the butterfly's life cycle, explain the different stages of butterfly's life cycle, and appreciate the process how it became a butterfly. Class, I have here a picture. So what insects are shown in the picture? Yes, Lazy. Yes, correct. It is a butterfly. So is it beautiful? Yes, it is beautiful. Okay, so where do you usually see butterflies? Correct. So what else? Where? Where do you usually see butterflies? Okay, so all of your answers are correct. So shall we give them a round of applause? Class, who wants to sing? And who wants to dance? Okay, so now this time, let's watch a short dance video presentation that will lead us to our new lesson for this morning. And I want you to dance and sing with me and observe the words being used by the song. Is it clear, class? Okay, so here we go.
This is the butterfly dance. This is the butterfly dance. There are 4 stages to the butterfly, and this is the butterfly dance. Sit on the floor and green leaves. Crawl, crawl like a caterpillar crawls and eat green leaves. This is the butterfly dance. This is the butterfly dance. There are 4 stages to the butterfly, and this is the butterfly dance. Stand frozen still, form a chrysalis. Don't move. Close your eyes. Stand frozen still, form a chrysalis. Don't move. Close your eyes. This is the butterfly dance. This is the butterfly dance. There are 4 stages to the butterfly, and this is the butterfly dance. Spread your wings until they're dry, then fly, fly, fly. Spread your wings until they're dry, then fly, fly, fly. Woo!
Alright, so do you enjoy art class? Okay, so what is the video all about? It's about the butterfly. Yes, you're correct. So, what are the words being used by the song or the video? Yes, Jonaville. Very good. So, what can we call those words? Yes, Robbie? Okay, so those are the stages of the butterfly's life cycle. Yes, you're right. So, how many stages does the butterfly have? Yes, Robbie, again. 4 stages. Okay. Okay, so all of your answers are correct. So, shall we give everyone or shall we give them a very good applause? Just like this, okay? So, 3 claps, 3 stamps, and very good, very good, very good, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, very good, very good, very good. So, let's do it together. So, stand up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so our topic for this morning is all about the life cycle of a butterfly. So class, I have here a picture. Okay, so this is the life cycle of a butterfly. So the butterfly goes through different stages. So it has 4 stages. So let's count that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how many stages does the butterfly have? 4 stages. Very good. So let's discuss them one by one. Okay? Okay, so the first stage of the life cycle of the butterfly is the eggs. Okay? Is the eggs. So, Rona, can you please read the first stage of the life cycle of a butterfly? Starts with a caterpillar. Very good. So, you may now take your seat. So, the first stage of the cycle of a butterfly is the egg. So, it starts with the adult female butterfly laying a cluster of small round eggs on plants, which it hatches into a tiny larva, or what we call the caterpillar. Okay? So the second stage of the butterfly's life cycle is the caterpillar. Okay, so the caterpillar. Okay, so Robbie, can you please read the second stage of the life cycle of a butterfly? It emerges from the egg. Okay, so Okay, so thank you. You may now take your seat. So the caterpillar emerges from the bigger and will hang upside down to form into a pupa or to enter into a chrysalis and form a pupa. Okay, which is the third stage of chrysalis. The chrysalis or the third stage is the chrysalis. So the chrysalis is after a caterpillar attains its full-grown size, it stops eating and enter into a chrysalis for the pupal stage, which I am talking to you earlier. Okay? So, and after how many days into a pupal stage, so it will open and the butterfly comes out, which is the fourth stage of a butterfly. So the fourth stage of the butterfly is, the butterfly's life cycle is the butterfly. Okay, so the chrysalis opens and the adult butterfly will comes out. Okay, so understand, class? Okay, so again, so the mother butterfly, okay, so the mother butterfly will lay an egg on a leaf, which is the first stage, and then the egg will hatches and form into a caterpillar. Okay, so the caterpillar will eat leaves and grows bigger and bigger and hangs upside down to form or enter into a pupa or into a chrysalis. Okay, so after how many days, so the chrysalis will open, this will open, and then the butterfly, the beautiful butterfly will comes out, which is the fourth stage of the life cycle of a butterfly. So understood, class? Okay, now class, shall we do an actions in our hands? Okay, so egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and a butterfly. Again, egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and a butterfly. Okay, now this time, let's all stand up and let's do it together. Okay, so start. Egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and a butterfly. Okay, so understood, class? Okay, very good. So can you now take your seat? Class, do you understand or learn something from our discussion for today? Okay, so very good. So do you have any questions or clarifications before we proceed? Questions or raise your hands? None? Okay, so since you don't have any questions or clarifications, I will be the one to ask you questions. Is it okay? Okay, so for the first question, so how many stages of a butterfly's life cycle? Raise your hands if you want to answer. Yes, Janabel? Okay, very good. There are 4 stages. So what are those 4 stages? Yes, early. Exactly, you're correct. So shall we give them a 5 claps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. For the next question, so from those 4 stages, which of it is the third stage? Yes, Jonabel. Okay, so very good. What about the second stage? Yes, Charlotte. Yes, very good. And what about the first and the last stage? Yes, Rema. Okay, exactly, you're right. Okay, so all of your answers are correct. So shall we give everyone a Darna applause? So like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Darna. Okay, so stand up and let's do it together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Darna. Okay, since you already understand, now this time let's have an activity. So who wants an activity here? divide the class into two groups. The left side will be the group 1 and the right side will be the group 2. I will give each group a worksheet. What I want you to do is to color its stages, and then label them using the names given below the illustration. Okay? So, understand, class? Criteria for this activity is creativity 25%, second, originality 15%, and clarity is 10%. That's a total of 50%. Is it clear, class? Okay, so here is the activity. Okay, so I will give 5 minutes. I will give you 5 minutes to finish that activity. Okay, if you have some questions or clarifications, then you can ask me, okay? Okay, so you may now start. Are you done? Okay, so time's up. It's already 5 minutes. So, finish or not, you may now present your work. So, let's hear from the group 1. Okay? Okay, group 1, you may now present your work. Very good. So, you have a wonderful presentation. Yeah, so, the scores will be announced later. Okay? Okay, class? Okay, so, do you enjoy the activity, class? Okay, so very good. So, now class, I want to ask you something. Do you want more activities? Let's have another activity, okay? So, what I want you to do is to prepare one piece of paper where you will write your answers. Okay, so, for the task 1, please listen carefully for the instruction. Okay, so for the task 1, I will show you flashcards which shows the picture of the different stages of a butterfly's life cycle. Okay, so what we are going to do is to identify whether the picture being shown is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, or stage 4. Okay, understood? Okay, so let's start. Okay, so for the first picture, done? Okay, so for the second picture, are you done? Okay, so for the third picture, okay, and for the last picture, okay, done? Okay. Okay, so for the task 2, kindly pass it in your bag. Okay. Okay, so Charlie, can you please read the instruction for the test 2? Okay, so thank you. Now take your seat. So for the test 2, match the picture with the correct stage of the butterfly's life cycle. Okay, understood? Okay, so I will give you 3 minutes to do it. We now start. Okay, so time's up. Now let's check if your answers are correct, okay? So let's check your task 1 answers, okay? So exchange your papers in your seatmates. Okay, so for the number 1, you can answer. Okay, so Iro. Yes, you're right. Okay, for the answer of number 1 is the stage 1. Okay, very good. Okay, for the second picture, who among you can answer? Okay, so Rachel. It is the. Okay, so very good. It is the stage 3. Yes, you're right. Okay, so for the third picture, yes, Rafa. Okay, yes. It is the third. Okay, it is the second stage. Very good. It is the second stage. Yes, you're right. Okay, and for the last picture, you can answer. Yes, Irish. Okay, so very good. It is the fourth stage of the life cycle of a butterfly. You are very good. So for the test 2, I will be the one to check your answers. Okay, so who among you here got the perfect score? Okay, wow. Almost all of you got the perfect score. Okay, so very good. Okay, so let's give everyone a very good applause. Okay, so stand up. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so, okay class, so kindly pass your papers in the right side and pass it in front and give it to me. Okay? Okay. Based on the activity that we have, is butterfly important to our environment? Yes? Okay, so why it is important? Okay, so what else? Yes, Daisy. Okay, so very good. All of your answers are correct. So shall we give everyone a round of applause? Okay, so class. Butterflies are important to our environment because butterflies are not only a beautiful creatures but do a great deal in our environment. So like this, they are plant pollinators and they provide population control for a number of plant and even insect species. So by eating them, so they also serve as a sustenance for the other species. Okay? So understood? Understood class? Okay, so very good. Okay, so you're absolutely right. All of your answers are correct. So shall we give everyone a 5 applause, 5 claps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so very good. So class, do you have any clarifications or questions on what we have discussed for the day? None? So since you don't have any clarifications or questions, since you already learned about a topic that we've discussed today, so now this time let's have a quiz. Okay, so kindly get your quiz notebook and let's check if you have really learned something today. Okay, are you ready class? Okay, so for the instruction, please listen carefully. Identify what is being meant in the question, and it is 2 points each. So I will read it twice, okay? Any question? None? Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so number 1. It is laid by an adult butterfly and hatches into a tiny caterpillars. Number 1. It is laid by an adult butterfly and hatches into a tiny caterpillar. Done? Okay, so for the number 2, it is the one who lays an egg. For the number 2, it is the one who lays an egg. Done? Number 3. It eats, lives, and grows bigger and bigger. For the number 3, it eats, lives, and grows bigger and bigger. For the number 4, so it is where the butterfly emerges. For the number 4, it is where the butterfly emerges. Okay, so number 5, it's composed of 4 stages. It composed of the 4 stages. Okay, that class. Okay, so for the number 2, okay, so for the number 2, it is the one who lays an egg. Okay, done? Done the class? Okay, so now, let's check your papers. Let's check your notebook. Okay, so exchange it to the opposite row. Okay? Okay, so please listen carefully. I will be the one who will read the answers. Okay? Okay, so for the number 1, the answer is egg. Eggs or eggs. For the number 2, the answer is adult butterfly. Okay, so for the number 3, the answer is the caterpillar. For the number 4, the answer is the chrysalis or chrysalis only. And lastly, number 5, the answer is the life cycle of the butterfly or a life cycle of a butterfly. Okay, so who got the perfect score? Okay, very good. Almost all of you got the perfect scores. So, shall we give everyone a round of applause? Okay, so for your assignment, okay, so for your assignment, in a short bond paper, create or make a poster that shows the life cycle of a butterfly and label each of them. Understood? Okay, I will read it again. In a short bond paper, create or make a poster that shows the life cycle of a butterfly and label each of their stages. Understood? Questions? Clarifications? Okay, none? So since there's any question or clarification, so before we end, kindly pick up some pieces of papers, plastics, or under your chairs. Before we end, let's all stand up for the prayer and may ask Mr. Remar Darko for the closing prayer. Okay? Close your eyes and bow down your head. Amen. Goodbye, class. Keep safe and God bless us all. You may now go.